So, okay, as far as challenges go, Tabletop Tactician is good, but Mushroom Stat is bad, Mushrooms are bad, and Gloves, Double Gloves doesn't help at all, no synergy with Mushroom. Fallen Fanatic is great, good tempo, but Healer is a good start, especially since you can open Mage, Mage Fey, and Sword and Crystal starts is good. It's a Lich Knife Sheath starts, which is great, but you don't really have any units to profit from it, which makes it a bit icky. Out of the other challengers, Vampire Chef is the best. It's a great early tempo, it helps close fights. Eager Newbie is more versatile, but also it's a great scrapper start, since you already have one scrapper. You can immediately start scrapper. It's great, it's a great start, but here I wanted to start Reptile and go for Uncommon Vanguard since there was the possibility. Item wise, Eager Newbie is better than Vampire Chef here, because it's a great item, but Wand can be used for Bandana. Crystal is okay on basically only Spirit Fang and maybe Monty to build a sheath on him, and that's about it for Challenger's Choice. So early game there is not much choice. I buy stuff to just get things in case I don't roll good. It opens more options, especially Talk is great because I can get an Orc, I can get Bulwark. Here I got Bulwark for Vanguard. I could get Fester, which would be my preferred fourth option, and I should have gone for Sparky maybe. No, it was good already like that. So I already put Crystal on Talk since I know I'm not gonna use him past once I get rid of him, and Wand I don't want to use yet. Okay, so Deathwing Disciple is terrifying, but early enough it's not that big a deal. So here I try to position to kill the Sparky very fast while drawing Xaphen's Fire onto Bulwark. Horror triggers, it's fine. We kill Sparky before second cast, and then it's all focusing on the elemental, and then it's 1d3 and there is not much else Xaphen can do at that point. So that was an easy first win, we just got lucky here. Here, invest immediately, and I buy a health to get a shock pendants. Putting in Bulwark because I know I can just sell Bulwark later on, instead of having to buy a remove item. Here I think I misplay. I should, yes, because here, yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have tried to focus more on the elemental immediately, and also I shouldn't have put Talk that close to the front line, because then yeah, that happens, and at that point also Health Head is really good early, especially when that starts, so it's fairly close, but that's lost. That's fine to lose. Maybe I could have done better. I just didn't want to risk dying immediately. The choice here for level up is quite hard. I don't know if I want some econ or some tempo or banners potentially. Eventually I hesitate between, I think it's for River, I'm just not sure which, and I go Rejuvenate because Spirit Fang and just getting more armor is really good. Great shop here. Ring, Pearl Buckler is great. But I do remember that I actually have to start buying clovers now, and then I invest. And I do a few rolls. I sell, of course, useless units. And yeah, I don't go past the free rolls. And I'm rewarded because I get a tier 2 talk. Once again, putting all items on Bulwark, since I'm gonna get rid of him eventually. And here I am going to misplay a lot. I think... actually, I don't know how I should have done better. Maybe trying... Yeah, that's it. I should have put Bulwark just underneath Shelly, because that way Monty wouldn't have changed targets, and that would have helped immensely. Probably would have won us the fight, and he had the loss, which was just due to bad positioning on my part. Yeah, it could have been a win. I just played it poorly, and that's my bad. So here we have more than enough to go in common. Clover, Divination, immediately Divination does the Shelly, and we're lucky we get Spirit Fang, so one of the units we needed, and we got also Monty and Shellies. We already have a tier 3 Monty, which is great, but means that I need to get 5 unit slots to profit from him, and I hesitate between actually going for like only for getting rid of Spirit Fang initially, but the potential Duelist boost, because I know that Nimbus does a lot of damage, and I should also have put my my crystal on Spirit Fang here. So Stalkers fight are kind of free, because you can just lead your units into the Stalkers. The tier 3 stick is kind of scary, but that's fine. It's not going to be that much of an issue. And of course, reposition items onto Kragus since he's our carry, and use armor the best. So yeah, it's gonna feel close, but Shock Pendant is doing a lot, both damage wise and defense, and yeah, at that point it's over. We don't have a lot of health, only one left, so we can afford one loss, which we know we'll probably spend on like a good dweller comp or a good marksman comp. Here I see a magic cannon, so I immediately pick a glove to build eventually into a Thunderduck, and a lock for the magic cannon. And yeah, here I put the crystal. I up for 5 slots and put the Monty in for a good damage boost. Bright Mage is really good because it's annoying to play against, and we have a team that has a lot of melee tanks, so Ignite does a lot. Engineer could get rid of our Nimbus quite fast. Hopefully our Shock Pendant plus Nimbus will get rid of their Monty, and also Vampire Chef is great for Monty as it really helps finish off these fights. So yeah, at that point I think it's won. I mean, that fight is won, that's for sure. And you do see like Nimbus and Shock Pendants weakening their Monty as the fight went on. So like it had only 50% life left, which is great. Here it's fairly hard choice. I hesitate between Spoils of War, which is great, and yeah, it's between Strong Pudginess for more HP and Life Seed, which is good on Kragus, but I eventually go Impervious for more armor and CC immunity, which is quite helpful. Here I get my Magic Cannon, last investments, and trying to tier up my units, of course using the free rolls. And that's it for this turn. At that point my game plan going forward is probably just tearing things up and hoping I get a Vanguard banner somewhere to eventually go 6 units and fill it up. So here there's a very good comp. Dweller plus Shaman plus Mushroom plus Orc is very frightening, and Kragus falls almost immediately, but Spirit Fang heals a lot and actually tanks quite a lot of damage, but can be scary eventually, and I think that's a loss. Yeah. So that's our last life. It's fine. Okay, and so now we can just roll down to tier up units. Here, as far as items go, I get a ring because it makes a ward on Kragus immediately. And then it's just rolling down for tier ups. I could also lock for the meats, as it could be here I made a mistake. I should have stopped or at least bought the bulwark, as I might need him later, but I don't really want him spoiling my my good rerolls and getting units I'm not gonna use. So yeah, I immediately switch my items onto Spirit Fang, as he is tier 3 and no tier 4, so he wields them much better than Kragus. And as always, Stalkers are free fights, as you can really just, all you have to do is create a little pocket here with your units and they will just go sit on them, so it's great. Bork don't have a bandana, which is quite frightening, but our Crystal Ward has already activated like 3 times I think, which is great, and I probably saved us. Yeah, 4 times, yeah, and the game is over. It's fine, it's a easy fight. And Troll is not as frightening yet. A really late game Troll is terrifying. Here, a second glove for the Thunderduck, and that's essentially our Nimbus itemized. We could go something else, but I'd prefer getting other items for tanks. So yeah, here I go for the Command Duplicator, which leaves me with 0 gold, which is great. Healer, that can be terrifying. Also a lot of mages, especially Lightwing, which is well itemized. So we focus down the weakest unit yet, and then we go into Oaken Guard, and essentially we hope that Spirit Fang can survive. Shock Pendant does help to do some damage, and the heal is quite good, but it's going to be close. Since there is also the Skeleton Revival yet that has trigger, but And yeah, we also lose Spirit Fang here, which is absolutely terrifying, but their skeletons are only tier 1, so it's fine. And to that we're on 5 wins, we're not losing points. And so no item-wise, I should have gotten the meat, maybe a high check for the dust, I think. Yeah, I check for dust and use it immediately. I could have locked meats for another shock pendants. Yeah, I choose Nimbus here because I'm guaranteed to get either Nimbus or Kragus with the dust, since Spirit Fang is already done. And yeah, I spent my last gold tearing him up. That is a scary fight. Marksman, thankfully not marksman too, but also full skeleton is very, very scary. And I didn't even pay attention enough to their crossbow, which could be quite dangerous. Here the Wolfgang didn't pose that much problem. It was sort of scary, but it's fine. Taking one last hit here was not quite what I was hoping for, but here I see that like Crosby is already taken, and that, okay, that's over. I don't think he can go through my Spirit Fang now. That's just too much health. Had the Crosby been in another place, it would have been way different and could have lost that game. Kyodin is good, but River has the possibility of giving me the banner that I want, and either some health and going 5 Reptile, or going 4 Vanguards. So I do buy a wand to get a bandana or a shock pendants. Best choice is Monty because it's either Reptile or Vanguard. I get Vanguard, which I'm glad I do. Reptile would have been great too, and then I just have to roll down because of my messed up earlier, because I didn't pick up Bulwark when I should have. In the meanwhile, I do pick 2 item removers because I think I want my Vanguard on Spirit Fang later on, and I put it on Monty here because it gives him a shield. Right now it gives him a shield and the health, the spell damage. On Spirit Fang it would only up the spell damage, which is okay, but that's not the goal. So I'm gonna use 1 removal on Monty and 1 removal on Spirit Fang. And that's about it. Here I put Nimbus here to avoid drawing Monty's fire early. Oh no, I finished. Yeah, okay, that's arguable. Both choices would have been fine. I think I didn't want to go against the Fester. And like, that's the scary part. Yeah, I wasn't sure Monty would target my Spirit Fang, and yeah, that's what happens. He did eventually target my Nimbus when Nimbus had to move up to hit someone. Thankfully, between actually I think it's just shock pendant and my hits from Nimbus, that means it goes down before killing my Nimbus, and then it's essentially walk in the park, as Fester can't deal with Spirit Fang. We're quite close to 10 wins. I forget that I needed my Bulwark, so I don't even buy the Nimbus. I should have. And yeah, I do have to check items. So yeah, I do remove items on my Spirit Fang and my Monty. essentially put them back in better order and get my Bulwark going for 30 damage less on every instance, which is a lot, since I think it triggers last. So after armor reduction, which is at that point, when it's late enough, 70% damage reduction. So technically, 100 damage hit would do 0 to my Spirit Fang. Once again, Stalkers. Here, however, slightly scary. They do have some scaling on Wolfgang, who, however, is only tier 1, so it's fine. The Morris is scary. You do have to take into consideration that Kragus takes a bit of time casting early on, so it's even easier to put it on Stalker's line. So Bulwark here, so you do see how little damage they do. Even spell damage, I think, is negated slightly. And eventually, yeah, Wolfgang goes down without that much issues. So yeah, you see, a tier 4 Maurice is only doing like 28 damage with a normal attack. So my Spirit Fang, it's just like a lot of reduction. At that point, it basically, like, without Vanguard 2, it would be 58. So it's really quite an impressive action, but I also think it wasn't itemized, so it's not that big a deal. Better itemized units would be motivating. So here I do pull up the recap. Tragus took a lot of damage, as you see. Nimbus did a lot of damage, and then Spirit Fang is just below. So yeah. Monty's damage is quite decent, but like as shown, Nimbus is insane. It just doesn't feel as strong because it's slow and insidious. Here I do pick the wand, I think, for Bandana. Once again, either Bandana or Shock Pendants. Tearing up Shelly for the last time and rolling down. I'm quite close to the end yet. I should maybe have locked that sword to get a sheath on Monty. Yeah, that fight is sort of scary. There is a very well itemized Monty with a lot of lifesteal. That's gonna be quite scary. Thankfully there is, and also you have to watch here. There's Shelly as the Pyro Kit and Malay, so I try not to put too many units next to them. Once again, I am focusing down the Sparky to get rid of him early. And yeah, I think tier 5 Monty with crits and shield and spear does only 69, I think, damage. Yeah, 69 damage it hits. When it's like technically 4 sword items plus his own bonus for stage 2 Reptile. It's a lot of damage, and he healed a lot of the ongoing damage. In the end, it goes through, and that was sort of scary, but just shows how good Vanguard team is at dealing with physical damage. And so yeah, here I just go for Bandana in case I do meet some Euro or either comp. Although yeah, that's about it. It's also decent against Juguk because it's since it's a rare and fighter, it's got a lot of HP, and the Bandana does help go through that a lot easier. Yeah, so getting one last tier for Nimbus, and we do find a Shaman Dweller Mushroom Comp. For now it's fine, and then I see, oops, double mushroom, especially on Zuzu, is gonna be scary as hell. And the other one is on Gorbin, which is fine. I think I might have put it on Vex instead. but it's not. Zuzu is kind of the point here. So yeah, as you see, Geogook gets killed quite fast. While Kragus goes down, slowly Nimbus is dealing damage to everyone behind. And yeah, at that point it's practically over. And that is the win. Oh, here it is. That was a win. Quite close. A few missteps on my hand. But yeah, it was a fairly clean victory overall. As you see here, I mean, the 2 is strong, it's like, but as you see, it's not that good. It's decent. It just didn't do all that much compared to other units. Yeah. So I hope that helps. If you want to run that comp, it's a really easy comp to run. There are not that many decisions that are impactful. You just need to get the rhythm of it and just know, like, be careful about your gold, and also when you push for uncommons, you should do it on like round 3 or 4 when you can both do the transition and invest at the same time, because otherwise it puts you on such a back foot. So yeah, thank you.